Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS FANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland BROWNS FANS. Let's get to the news. When you think about the Cleveland Browns, what immediately comes to mind? Maybe it's that rich history, the ups and downs, the incredible fan base that never loses faith, or perhaps the recent promise of a team ready to make some serious noise in the NFL. This season, there's a lot of buzz around the Browns, not just because of their roster talent or coaching staff, but because of the shifting dynamics within the AFC North, a division that's been fiercely competitive for years, with Baltimore, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh always lurking, waiting for their chance to dominate. But now, something new is brewing, and it could very well redefine how the Browns approach the upcoming seasons, especially if recent developments are any indication of what's to come. Let's talk about the big picture first. Cleveland has been on an interesting trajectory over the past few years. After years of rebuilding, they finally found a quarterback in Deshaun Watson, a player with immense talent and a chip on his shoulder. His arrival gave the Browns a new sense of legitimacy, a belief that they could finally contend not just for division titles, but for the ultimate goal, the Super Bowl. But as every Browns fan knows, it's never just about having a star quarterback or a few talented players. It's about consistency, stability, and sometimes a little bit of luck. And lately, that luck has been a little bit elusive, especially when it comes to off-the-field issues and injuries that have hampered the team's momentum. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Recent news involving some of the Browns' players and staff has started to make waves, and not necessarily in a good way. You see, the NFL is a league where discipline and reputation matter just as much as talent on the field, and any sign of trouble off the field can have ripple effects that last for seasons. One of the more concerning stories involves a player who was recently involved in a legal issue, which has cast a shadow over the team's preparations for the season. While the details are still emerging, what's clear is that the Browns, like any franchise, are watching closely, knowing that any distraction can derail their plans. But what does this really mean for Cleveland? Well, for starters, it underscores the importance of team culture, accountability, and leadership. Head coach Kevin Stefanski has been working tirelessly to build a cohesive unit, one that's not just talented but disciplined. His leadership has been crucial in turning around the team's fortunes, especially after a few rocky seasons. The Browns' front office has also been active in making strategic moves, adding depth at key positions, and trying to ensure that the locker room remains focused. This recent off-field issue, while concerning, is also a reminder that the Browns are in a critical phase. They need to stay united and resilient, especially in the face of adversity. But let's shift gears and talk about the football side of things. The Browns' roster is one of the most talented in the league. You've got Nick Chubb, arguably the best running back in the NFL, a powerhouse who can take over games single-handedly. The receiving core is also looking strong, with Amari Cooper providing a reliable target for Watson, along with some promising young players stepping up. The offensive line has been revamped to protect Watson better, which is crucial given his style of play that relies on patience and improvisation. On defense, Cleveland has made some key additions, aiming to bolster their pass rush and secondary, which were exposed at times last season. One of the most exciting developments is the emergence of some young talent that has fans optimistic about the future. Players like Myles Garrett, a force on the defensive line and a team captain, continue to dominate games with his relentless pass rush. Garrett's leadership and consistent performance are vital for Cleveland's defense, which needs to be stout if they want to contend seriously. The linebacker core is also looking more solid, with a mix of veteran leadership and young, hungry players eager to prove themselves. The Browns' coaching staff has been emphasizing a balanced approach, combining aggressive defense with an efficient, sometimes explosive offense that can adapt to different game scenarios. Looking at the current season, expectations are high but tempered with caution. Browns fans have seen promising seasons before, only to be disappointed by injuries or costly mistakes. But this year, the team seems to have a different vibe, a mix of resilience, talent, and a hunger to finally reach the playoffs and go even further. The AFC North, as always, is tough. The Ravens are loaded with talent and a dynamic quarterback in Lamar Jackson, who can change the game with his speed and playmaking ability. Cincinnati, with Joe Burrow and a potent offense led by Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins, is always a threat. Pittsburgh under Mike Tomlin remains a well-coached team that can surprise anyone on any given Sunday. So for Cleveland, it's about navigating this tough division, staying healthy and maintaining focus. Now, turning our attention back to the recent news that's been stirring the pot, the arrest of Quinshon Judkins, a rising star and a key player in the Browns' plans. Judkins is a young running back with incredible potential, known for his speed and agility, and many were expecting him to be a pivotal piece of Cleveland's offensive puzzle this season. But unfortunately, he's now facing serious legal issues that have cast uncertainty over his future with the team. The specifics of his arrest are still coming out, but what we do know is that this kind of news can be a major distraction, and potentially a setback for the Browns' offense. This situation raises a lot of questions about the team's approach to discipline and player conduct. Cleveland has always been known for its passionate fan base and its commitment to rebuilding the right way, but incidents like these test that reputation. The Browns' management will have to decide how to handle Judkins' situation, whether to stand by him, give him support, or take disciplinary action. It's a delicate balance because they don't want to undermine the player's future, but they also need to protect the integrity of the team. At the same time, this news also puts a spotlight on the importance of leadership within the locker room. Players like Myles Garrett, Amari Cooper, and even the coaching staff will need to step up and help maintain a positive environment. It's about more than just talent. It's about character, discipline, and resilience. Browns fans know that a team's success isn't just about what happens on Sundays, it's about the culture that's built behind the scenes, day in and day out. Despite this setback, the Browns' outlook remains optimistic. The front office, coaching staff, and players are all aware of what's at stake. They're working hard in practice, fine-tuning their schemes, and focusing on the mental toughness needed to overcome adversity. As we've seen in recent seasons, the NFL is a league where perseverance can sometimes be the difference between a good team and a great one. Cleveland's talent and leadership are still there, and they're eager to prove that they can handle the pressure. And let's not forget, the Browns have a supportive and passionate fan base that's always behind them, regardless of setbacks. This team's journey has been marked by perseverance, and every Browns fan knows that resilience is part of their DNA. The hope is that this current storm will be weathered, and that the team can stay focused on their goals, making the playoffs, contending for a division title, and ultimately chasing that elusive Super Bowl trophy that they've been dreaming of for decades. So, as we look ahead, it's clear that Cleveland has a lot to prove, but also a lot of reasons to be optimistic. The talent is there, the coaching staff is determined, and the fans are more fired up than ever. This season could be a turning point, not just because of the on-field battles, but because of how the team responds to adversity and challenges. Every game, every play, every decision will matter in their quest for greatness. And Cleveland Browns fans, you know better than anyone, this team has the heart, the grit, and the passion to make history once again. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we move forward into the season, keep a close eye on how Cleveland manages all these challenges. The NFL is unpredictable, and that's what makes it so exciting. Teams rise and fall based on resilience, leadership, and sometimes just a little bit of luck. The Browns are no strangers to adversity, and if history has taught us anything, it's that they never give up. The combination of a talented roster, a committed coaching staff, and a passionate fan base makes Cleveland a team to watch. They have the pieces, they have the motivation, and now they need to stay united and focused on their ultimate goal, bringing another Super Bowl championship to Ohio. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on everything we've discussed today? Do you believe this team can overcome the recent setbacks and make a deep playoff run? Are you confident in Deshaun Watson's leadership and performance? How do you feel about the potential impact of Judkins' legal issues on the team's chemistry? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news. This is your source, your community, your team. Let's keep the passion alive and continue supporting Cleveland in their quest for greatness.